Live action.
All right, we're live here for episode 4.
Wow, is it 4?
4.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I know a little delayed drop here, but
Hands up. That's my bad. As you can tell, it's not the microphone. It's my nasal passages. I apologize about that.
It's not okay.
I know it's not. It's my fault, and I apologize to all 47 subscribers that we have. Oh, y'all a nickel. Speaking of owing someone, or just a nickel in general, I'm sorry about the way I look as well. I know I look like a drowned rat. I explained that to Kevin earlier. He didn't understand the reference. I was at the corner at the stoplight, and I tried to give the homeless man $1. He gave me one back, said, I think you need more than this than I do. I'm like, so I took it. It's a tough economy. Fuck him. I don't care anymore.
Oh,
Dirty Mike and the boys out there.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
He gave me my top 10 picks for the draft tonight, though.
Oh,
so I'm going to take them and run with him. He might know. Dirty Mike knows something.
Don't discount the boys.
Mm-mm.
And I like we got the same, the fishing. We're going fishing.
Oh, vibes. The vibes are up today. Vibes are up. Dude, I noticed when you were setting up the camera, I saw the sunglass tan. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can tell it's starting to get warm out.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So, played a little golf the other week.
Yes.
I think we got to talk about that yet, did we? Because we played last Tuesday.
And so I don't think we talked about that. So
nope. I quit 7 times. He kept laughing at me.
And then he hit a great shot on 17. Yeah. That will keep you coming back.
Yes, it will.
There's always that one shot.
And the fact that it was on camera.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when the lights were on.
Right. And the 2 old guys that were sitting behind us. He's like, all you got to do
Great shot, Nick.
All you got to do is record him and he'll make a good shot. Stick it up your ass, Barnabas.
They're probably like, these 2 assholes.
I know, right?
Like, who do they think they are videotaping their shot?
These young guys.
We've watched them all day and they've been awful. And they think they want to do this. But
it was great.
But that was great. Anyways, welcome to episode 4 of Good Neighbor, Bad Golfer. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Definitely we're still learning at this.
Still growing. Dude.
Having a good time.
Remember I said about episode 2, I said our goal was to hit 25 subscribers by the end of April. We're almost at 50.
Why?
That's pretty awesome. Well, I don't know. Well, when you post a video that almost gets 10,000 views, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Fell just short of 10K, so we're going to get there.
Yeah.
I want to average 10K.
That's the great debate, though. I still am on this. Like, I think you could make par if you start on the edge of the greens.
That video, but at Augusta, and all right, say perfect conditions, right? Because the winds were terrible, right? Winds were absolutely terrible, which means your ball can blow either way if it has to. And just 1 inch to the right or 1 inch to the left means you're either going closer to the hole or you're going off the green.
True.
So,
I mean, it could go either way for sure. That's why I think it's so fun to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think if you're putting well, hopefully you don't go off the green, and even if you do explode one hole on some of those par 5s, if you get it in 3, like you're saving yourself.
Yep.
But
I would love to see one of the big golf YouTube channels like Bob Does Sports, Foreplay, Good. One of them shoot a video, 18 holes. You start on the furthest. Of course, they can't get into Augusta. That's fine. Pick another really tough course. All right, and nothing's going to be as tough, but just as tough. See if you can make par.
Yeah,
I got Fat Perez maybe making par. Fat Perez maybe. Frankie Borelli possibly.
Probably not.
Yeah,
probably
maybe
not Frankie,
not.
But
yeah.
Riggs.
Riggs is good with the putt. Yeah, Riggs is good with the flat stick.
But anyway, today we're gonna talk a little bit about our round of golf, and then we're gonna do some NFL draft talk. We got the NFL draft tonight. Quick question: do you know what city it's in?
Detroit, baby. We were way off last time. I'm like, good Lord. Then I saw. Did you see that promo thing with Eminem and Roger Goodell?
No.
Oh my! All right, you got to watch it. Definitely got to watch that later. Check that out. It was really funny. You can't ever tell if Eminem's being serious or not. Did you see the movie Funny People?
Yeah.
With his little cameo in it, and He's going at Ray Barone. He's like, who the fuck is Ray? Like, everyone knows who Everybody Loves Raymond is. Ray Barone. Like,
Great
come
show.
on, man.
Great show.
Ray Romano. But, yeah. No, he goes at Roger Goodell because Roger Goodell tries to be hip. And Eminem just looks off camera and goes, is he serious? Or is this a joke? Like, and just dead fit. I'm like, wow.
Do we think Roger Goodell tries to say, like, something is fire tonight, or
of course, you know he's going to, and
cringy.
Detroit's going to hammer him for it, just like every other town has.
Yeah, he's going to get booed.
Been commissioner.
The best thing is the boo at the beginning.
100%. 100%. Yep. But I like the fact that they are doing it in Detroit. Detroit's starting to get some recognition. Shout out Dane Campbell.
Yeah, turning
that program around, the GM there and everything. Just what they're building there is a new culture. They haven't had it for a long time.
100%.
And I think if any city in the country deserves it, it's Detroit. I mean, good Lord.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely. I'm right there with you. NFL draft first night is always great to watch, even though, kind of almost know what the Commanders are going to do. This is definitely,
but do you say,
you have an idea of what we're definitely drafting a quarterback.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Now, which one it's going to be? I think it's probably going to be Jaden Daniels, but I don't know. I will say this year, I think I'm starting to get to the age where I'm not paying as much attention to it.
No,
I might have finally grown up,
fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. How about you? Like, I used to
see. I have
the mock drafts, and now it's like I've gotten to today, and I'm like, we have to fill out these 10 picks that we're going to do. What the fuck
my problem is I have degenerate friends who have already gambled on what the top 10 picks are, and they've sent me their picks on who the top 10 is. And I have one buddy who has a Twitter, shout out Sanene, has a pretty big following on all his sports betting and everything like that. And I'm riding with him on that number 2 pick, which is not what you have.
What do you have, Drake May?
Nope.
JJ. The odds on that are probably pretty good.
Yeah, they started at it plus 1,600 about a month ago, and they're down to like plus 600 now.
He's buying those odds down.
He's buying something down. Yep. So
hopefully they give him a cash out before tonight, because I don't think that's where they're going.
I just like I said, the couple buddies that I got that have gambled on it, I'll tell you right now what they got and what their odds are. It's absolutely crazy, just some of the odds that they got. So, J.J. McCarthy, number 2 pick overall, plus 3,000.
Wow.
And that was placed back in February. And then they placed another $50 bet on April 6th at plus 800. So we went from plus 3,000 to plus 800 and number 2 overall pick within 2 months. Not even 2 months, month and a half. Yep. So, crazy.
Damn.
Absolutely crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for him. Hopefully it all works out for him.
But does Vegas know? How do you go from plus 3,000 to plus 600 in 6 weeks?
If you put enough money on it.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think that's the way they work. I'm not 100%
But why would so many people be putting money on it? Because of the long odds?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you think people are putting huge money on that?
No, like $50.
Yeah, but I'm saying, you know how many $50 bets that would take to take it from plus 3,000 to plus 600?
I mean, still, I don't think they want to lose that kind of money on. That's probably why it's down to 800.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But how badly does that shake up the draft the rest of the way?
I don't think it shakes it up that crazy.
You're
going quarterback. I wouldn't hate that.
No. Okay.
I like JJ McCarthy.
Okay.
I'd be cool with that.
Okay.
I think the way he played at Michigan, I think he can do more than what was shown, because obviously Michigan was so dominant running the ball.
Oh, my goodness. Just
like
ridiculous.
Shout out the Harbaughs. Like,
absolutely.
Pound it.
Yeah.
And
well, they took the page right out of Bama, right? Shut everybody down defensively, huge O-line, and ran it down your throat.
Yeah.
Look at the running back. I mean, Derrick Henry, all Mark Ingram, all those guys came out of there. They just pounded the ball in.
So that's what you have, at Michigan with that. Their offensive line, I think they won the award for best offensive line last year, not this year. So I think that maybe went to someone else,
which was surprising because of how good their run game was.
It was better this year, I thought.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
That's why we don't vote.
Exactly. So I think I wouldn't hate JJ McCarthy though. I would be okay with that. He's a good athlete. He can escape. I think
Personally, I think it's you got knees knocking because you're afraid of an RG3 2.0 with Jaden Daniels. With
there's
the
definitely
ability
that
with the
possibility.
abilities that he is a he's mobile quarterback and everything like that. Huge arm, not denying his talent whatsoever. Does he have a higher ceiling? Most likely, just because of the broad range of what he can do. But I really think that it's a knee knocking situation for Washington. With
Yeah,
they don't
there's
want to
definitely a
go.
little PTSD there
It's got
for
to be.
sure.
It's got to be big time.
I mean, and also like you got with Jaden Daniels with his like he may not have the track speed that RG3 has,
Mm,
but he does have a little more wiggle.
yeah.
So
Yep.
hopefully he can keep himself healthy
Yeah.
if that's the way we go.
I still think he'll be a good quarterback no matter really where he lands
Yeah,
because all the teams looking for quarterbacks are decent organizations. And Commanders are now a decent organization now with new ownership.
yeah,
No offense, but you 100% agree. I know you don't even have to deny that.
yep.
So you guys have completely done a
We look competent.
yeah. Yep.
That's
You got and
that's a
you
good way to put
I
it.
say you guys made a lot of good free agent moves too. You signed some really good veteran players. You brought in some more young talent in free agency. You still kept your cap open and everything.
And there are a lot of
And
low risk deals, a lot of
yes,
year
yes.
two,
Yep, with an option. With
with an
team
option.
option
Yep.
most times. Yep.
So I like what we've done
A
there.
lot of those prove yourself deals.
Exactly.
Yep. Yep.
So that could go very well.
And you have to be competitive
Yeah,
because you're constantly going against Philly and Dallas.
fuck them.
The Giants are an absolute shit show. That's a dumpster fire waiting to happen.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and I think they're going to continue their dumpster fire in the draft.
Funny
Uh,
enough that you say that. I actually had JJ going to the Giants. But anyway, we'll get to that.
Yep. Yep. Well, a report was released this morning quote from JJ McCarthy that he spent the most time pre-draft with the New York Giants organization.
Yep.
I just don't think he makes it that far. One, I am really on board because I listened to my buddy's reasoning behind why the Commanders are going to take JJ McCarthy and
He's
everything.
a winner.
And not only that, but he doesn't make it past 5 because who drafts at 5?
I don't. But you got Justin Herbert there. So here's
okay.
if I was the Chargers, if I was playing GM,
Okay.
which ultimate dream job.
But right.
I think what they do is probably go O line. But what I think they could do, or if you were playing GM, you put Justin Herbert on the market. What can you get for him?
There's my bombshell. Remember I told you there was a bombshell?
How about the Vikings?
There's my bombshell. You called my own bombshell out, unless you read my paper.
I did not. Great minds think alike.
I
literally just came up with that.
Vikings need a quarterback. All they signed this offseason is Sam Darnold. Great at sitting
good backup quarterback.
Great at sitting on the bench. And you get a first round this year. You get a first round next year. You get a second round next year, and you get the Chargers get
Herbert's contract off your books.
Correct, and you get to officially start to rebuild, as Jim Harbaugh truly wants to.
And who knows JJ McCarthy better than Jim Harbaugh?
Well, that's so. I feel like one of the only biggest ways that the JJ McCarthy thing happens is either A, he falls to 5, which I think immediately Herbert gets traded to Minnesota, and the Chargers draft JJ McCarthy, and then the Chargers then have 2 more picks in the first round, and then another 2 picks next year with an additional second round.
I like it.
I mean, you have a solid defense because they were able to maintain some of those guys. They were able to keep Mack. They were able to keep Bosa, right? So, I mean, that's kind of a big thing. And then, what do you do there? What's your next pick? You go O line. Jim Harbaugh said all day, I'm going to go after O line. He's already signed 2 of the Ravens running backs. Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins are L.A. Chargers. So he's building the running backs that he wants.
And then Blake Corum will probably be available later.
Most likely. Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
Yeah, I think like that's probably the most interesting
It's
Like,
good.
I think that could happen.
I think it gets fun right at number 2. I don't think we have to wait until 4, 5, and 6 because normally in the draft, 1, 2, 3 are kind of boom, boom, boom.
Mhm.
There's no huge surprises most times. This year, 1, Caleb Williams. We both have him on our sheet there. That's the I mean, the Bears would go down as the most worst organization in the world if they didn't draft him. And even if he doesn't pan out, you still made the right pick, no matter what.
Mhm.
No matter which way you look at it, you made the right pick. But I think fireworks start at number 2. Really. So if Washington doesn't go Jaden Daniels.
What? So he hear me out on this too.
Okay.
Now, if there's interest in one of those teams moving up to number 2, and you're the Commanders, do you listen to it and think about moving back, knowing you need a quarterback? But if you're okay with the trio of Jaden Daniels, Drake May, or JJ, knowing one of them will be there when you move back so let's say you move back still in the top 10, but I'm not sure who in the top 10 would be moving up to number 2. But if you could guarantee that you're going to get one of those 3, most likely being Drake May or JJ, would you take that deal with a first round pick next year and more picks?
I personally think you can't, if you're Washington, you can't drop past number 5
Mm-hmm.
because the Giants are once again, unless they choose to be a dumpster fire.
I mean, they
Like
have
they like
Daniel Jones contract.
Yeah, well, like they've all, which they ain't getting out of because nobody wants him. You couldn't get a bag of balls in a washing machine for him right now.
Back balls in a washing machine.
But I don't think you can go past number 5. So I think if it works out, I think, and it's not the craziest prediction, but Chargers trade Herbert to Minnesota, get the 2 first rounders and the second rounder, maybe even a later pick. Chargers then swap with Washington and give up either the additional second or maybe the additional first from next year, not this year, but next year, then yeah, I absolutely take that if I'm Washington because you're still going to get one of the quarterbacks that are there that you need because I don't know.
A lot of moving parts.
Unless you have Arizona not taking Marvin Harrison Jr.
No, I have that.
Yeah. That's who do you have for New England?
Why don't we just get into this?
Okay.
So,
number 1.
Yeah, you want to go first?
I was going to say
we go one line by line.
1 2 2.
Caleb Williams, number 1.
Chicago Bears.
Yep.
Agreed.
Shout out Gonzaga High School.
There you go.
There
you go.
Local guy.
Throwing one out there.
2, I have Jaden Daniels.
JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy. Telling you, I will.
Do you have the Commanders picking him, or do you have someone trading up? Or I guess, are we just saying he's a number 2 pick?
I'm saying he's a number 2 pick, and I'm saying if the Chargers don't make the move to go get him, then he's going to be the Commanders' quarterback.
I don't hate that.
So
I could get on board with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Then that makes things interesting at number 3.
Mm-hmm.
So the Patriots, I have Drake May.
I would go Jaden Daniels because he's the next best available.
I would agree.
So, and I think with the new coaching staff that they have up there, they want to get away from the Drake May statue quarterback and go with something a little more side to side.
True. I don't know that
if it was Bill Belichick, I'd 100% say Drake May or JJ McCarthy.
I think he had like 16 rushing touchdowns the last 2 years.
Drake, well, yeah.
But I think with him, what scares me is I just saw Sam Howell for 2 years.
True.
Or a year.
Very true.
It felt like 2.
Yeah, nope, very true. And then Mac Jones got traded.
Heck out of me drafting Drake May is we just drafted we had Sam Howell. Yeah. Which, granted, he had lots of potential.
Sure.
Had some good moments.
Sure.
But there was a lot of bad.
Yeah.
And I think if you go Drake May, I think you're kind of setting yourself up for 2.0 of that.
Mm. I don't.
They're coming out of the same system.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
don't disagree.
I could be completely wrong and probably will be, but that's my thoughts.
Here's my thing: is that what weapons does New England have? Not one.
Yeah,
Not one. They probably have a little decent O line. Okay, cool.
Probably a white slot receiver.
Maybe. Yeah, who runs very slow. Yeah. Now remember, the Belichick era is over.
Yeah, I know.
So my thought is they want to get someone dynamic at quarterback to try to attract some guys to come, some playmakers
Mm-hmm.
to come. And I think Jaden Daniels can make a little bit more out of nothing than Drake May can.
I think you're right.
So
So I think that settles the Patriots.
yeah,
Cardinals, I think are we both in agreement? It's going to be Marvin Harrison.
it's got to be.
Yep. If they're at number 4 and don't trade out of it.
Correct. Yeah. If for whatever reason,
which that's really probably the most likely first pick to be traded back. I would think because
who would step up? Who do you have?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But if you need,
I don't think there would be enough on the plate to do that. I don't, because they already let Hollywood Brown go. He's a Chief now.
Yeah, but they got to rebuild. That's what I'm saying. They need
but who are they rebuilding around?
Kyler.
Yeah. So what do you do with Kyler? You got to give him a weapon. You gonna go back and get a tight end in the mid-teens? Is that going to be his first one, or do you go get the best wide receiving prospect in years?
Fair point. I'm just saying you could move back and get multiple. You might get multiple weapons.
As long as you don't drop too far. Yeah. I would say you still got to be in 8 through 12. I don't.
I'm saying you would still drop back and get. You're gonna swap first round picks with someone this year, and likely get some second or third round or a first round next year, something like that. Which would help them.
You know what's scary? It would have never came to mind that Arizona would trade that pick away. But look at number 10.
Yeah,
imagine giving A-Rod a Marvin.
They don't have a second round pick. They don't have a ton of picks to move the Jets.
Yeah, but they're going all in.
Yeah,
that's why they signed Rodgers. They're going all in.
Exactly.
They're going all in on this year and next year.
I wouldn't hate that.
So, but I'm just saying I could see it. Like I'm looking at the top 10. Those are the only guys I can see throwing the house at Arizona. And with that, there will still be a top tier wide receiver available at 10, and you get all the extra picks. Mm-hmm. Now, does it turn into a situation where you really regret passing up on Marvin Harrison?
I mean, I think a couple of these other guys are going to be – they are not as pro-ready right now as Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think their ceiling is up there with them.
Sure.
Yep. And I think I think receivers are translating quicker to the NFL with the way the college game is played right now.
Yeah.
That I think a lot of these guys can come in and have success year one.
Yeah. True.
But
very true.
Number 5 with the Chargers, I went J.C. Latham out of Bama.
Okay.
Big. Probably going to put him at right tackle because you got Slater at left.
Yeah.
But that's going to get back to Jim Harbaugh's. We want to pound
ground
the ball,
and pound,
smash mouth football. Yeah. We want to come out and punch people in the face.
Sure.
That is a guy that's going to set the tone.
Well, see, that goes to my feeling of.
But I think you could move back and
literally. There's the words out of my mouth.
For the sake of this, that's why I chose him there.
It's O-line no matter what. I think it's one of those Kevin Costner draft days, O-line no matter what sort of thing for Jim Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm.
Because you cleared a lot of space.
Vontae Mack.
There you go. You cleared a lot of space.
I was racking my brain.
Shout out Chadwick Boseman. Absolutely. Black Panther. No one knew him then. Rest in peace, unfortunately.
I never even put 2 and 2 together. That was the same person.
Yep. But yeah, I think it's O-line. I mean, it's crazy to think that, Joe Alt has been hands down one of the biggest tackle prospects in recent years coming out, and it's possible that he falls down the board just because these teams have much bigger needs than a potentially perennial Pro Bowler starting
tackle.
So
did you have Joe Alt there?
I have Joe Alt there.
So
I have Joe Alt.
Here's my thought process on that, being an offensive lineman. I think Joe Alt is a left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
They have Slater at left. I don't think they move him to right because he's played well.
Sure.
I think they go Latham because big body. They're going to put him on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Alt, they have 2 left tackles. I don't think Joe Alt's as dominant in the run game.
What about Fashiono? Out of Penn.
Not as dominant in the run game.
No?
And
Okay.
I think he's a left tackle as well.
Okay.
But
that's fair.
That's where I'm coming from.
That's
with
fair.
That. But,
that's fair. I see. Here I am.
But it's who takes a right tackle at number 5?
Correct. Well,
go back to Brandon Sheriff.
Obviously, yeah. Right.
Which he ended up moving inside the guard.
Yeah.
And a great guard.
Arguably one of the greatest guards. Yeah, that's of our time. But I don't know. Like that's me as a Ravens fan. Next best available.
Yeah.
I feel like the next best player available would be Joe Alt.
Mm-hmm.
On this, on my board, the next best to improve my team would be Joe Alt. And either you think you have a good enough offensive line coaching staff to make him a right tackle.
Yeah. I'm not saying it couldn't be done. I think he could move over to the right side and play well.
So here's my thing and we probably should have looked this up before. That's my fault. Is Slater signed to a long-term deal right now?
I think he's probably still on his rookie deal.
Still on the rookie? Okay. All right. So he would be hugely against being moved to right tackle because that's a huge price drop because left tackles get paid. Left tackles are the highest paid offensive linemen in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you have a left-handed quarterback, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, once again I'm going next best, and that would be next best. But I
think both would be great picks. So.
My gut tells me that the Chargers won't be picking at 5.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah, that's my gut.
Giants
to New York dumpster fires.
I had old JJ McCarthy.
Okay.
We've talked about a lot on here. I had him at number 6. They do have Daniel Jones' contract on the books, but I think everyone in New York is ready to move on from Daniel Jones. And
they were ready last year.
I think
before last year.
And I think this was definitely probably my biggest long shot, pick that I put in there. But maybe the last one I did too was long shot. But, I think JJ McCarthy, at number 6 makes sense.
I feel like if he magically drops this far, it's Drake May.
Mm-hmm.
Because according to my board, he would still be available.
So you have him going quarterback too?
Or, I have an or.
Okay.
Rome, Adunze. Try to throw one last stab at the Daniel Jones era. Give him a weapon.
Yeah.
Give him an X weapon in Rome.
I think they probably go receiver there, so you're probably right.
Because I can't name one receiver on the Giants right now. Not one. They're in his division, so he plays them twice a year, and it's not even coming off the top of his head.
There's one that maybe
Sterling, they got Daniel Waller.
Sterling.
He's not a wide. I haven't
but
seen.
Still not.
Yeah. Who? Who?
Yeah. So anyway, that's enough talk about the Giants.
Yeah. Well, once again, if it's there, I feel like they have to go quarterback. If it goes. If for some reason someone jumps up and takes Drake May, you could see the Giants trade back. Because if a quarterback's not available, are they going to spend a number 6 pick when they can get a mid-teens plus maybe a future number 1 and keep building and still go get a decent receiver or something like that?
Yeah.
So
possibility.
Yeah, I think it's a 25% chance that the Giants don't pick at 6. But if they do, it's going to be quarterback if there is one available.
I think they go receiver. Even though I just said I put JJ McCarthy down, I think they probably go receiver.
Well, that's JJ McCarthy would be the obvious. He's the next best.
Yeah.
Right. According to your board, he would be the next best and top priority for that team, who's still got another year after this one on that Daniel Jones contract.
I have no idea.
So I mean. But what better situation to let Daniel Jones go out there, get his ass kicked, just stomped in, just end his career. Here you go. Take your $90 million or $100 million, whatever you got, and just go away after next year. But you draft that rookie this year to sit behind, study, get the practice reps a year and a half in. I mean,
I think it's so hard to spend the number 6 pick and then have him sit a year, even though 20 years ago that's what teams did.
Sure.
I think now the pressure to win now, I think that makes, and New York being New York.
Well, yeah.
That,
there will. Yeah, if they don't make
from
the
day
playoffs,
one, that will be a controversy.
yeah. If they don't make the playoffs, Daboll's gone.
Yeah,
he's not the head coach next year.
So, and they got no Saquon. But not to pile on there, but Titans. That's
Oof.
where I went with Joe Alt.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
They desperately need O-line.
I went Fashanu from Penn just because, according to my board, next best. But yeah, if Joe falls, he's definitely going to Tennessee. Yep.
He's a local guy too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, or my long shot there was Quinion Mitchell.
Would you just do like either or?
No, I just said if, like I did an if, like if this isn't available, it's possible that sort of thing. That's all.
I think they could probably use a receiver. Or, I think their quarterback position is also not.
No. No receiver in Tennessee. You got D-Hop, and then they just signed.
Is D-Hop still there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and they just signed somebody. Damn it, Ridley. They just signed Calvin Ridley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not going wide receiver.
Yep, maybe
100%. Yeah,
I was wrong.
That's okay. Sorry, it happens. I'm wrong way more often than you, so I get to gloat in this opportunity and the fact that I know more than him.
I had Hopkins on my fantasy team last year, and that.
Well, sorry for
that was brutal.
Sorry for your luck on that one.
Fantasy football. That's another one I haven't paid as close attention to as I should. But
hey, that'll be some fun episodes when we start getting closer to fantasy football.
I know you're big into it.
Yeah, I got a couple leagues going. Yeah. But I broke even last year, which is nice.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say how much even is, but
nobody needs to know.
You got to go in the hole to be able to poke your head out like this at the end. So, number 8,
Falcons. I had have them going DB.
Okay,
Quinion Mitchell.
Same guy who I said possibly
Toledo.
To Tennessee. Yep. I went edge with Dallas Turner.
I think that works too.
It's got to be defense.
Yeah,
it's got to be defense. If Atlanta doesn't go defense, I don't know anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know. You got your quarterback.
They have weapons for Kirk Cousins.
Plenty of weapons. He's got more weapons there. Well, I don't know. You can't put anything past Justin Jefferson. He has weapon X. He's the best weapon you can possibly have in the league.
Yeah,
arguably. Not really arguably, but
I'd like to see what Kyle Pitts does this year with
I get that Kirk Cousins being in Atlanta now puts Kyle Pitts as a top 5 fantasy tight end.
I would agree.
I don't see an argument there because Kirk Cousins finds tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
He finds them no matter what. TJ Hawk, all them guys that he's had.
Yeah.
So he finds them. But yeah, I think Atlanta 100% has to go defense. It's either going to be in the secondary or on the line.
Or if we, the other pick I liked there was Byron Murphy out of Texas.
Yeah. Yep.
But you talking about tight ends, even though they have Kyle Pitts, makes me think a little bit.
No way. There's no way. There's no way.
Brock Bowers.
There's no way they would do that. Come on.
At number 8, yeah, it's a little early.
That's what I'm saying.
It'd be intriguing. Yeah. A lot of 2 tight end sets. Probably when Kirk had his most success while he was in Washington. Yeah. He had 2 good tight ends.
Yeah, true.
True. But anyway,
Chicago's second pick in the first round. The GM's killing it.
Yep. I have them going Byron Murphy out of Texas.
I got Terrion Arnold.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have him going corner. He's a corner, right, from Bama?
Yep. Or trade.
Okay.
Or possibly trade back. Because that's a possibility that guy can fall into the early teens. So if someone wants to move up a couple slots, throw Chicago an extra number 3 pick or, something like that, I feel like they can move out of that spot because they're going to have Caleb Williams. They have their wide receivers that they want.
We should talk about how they absolutely stole Panthers' lunch with that trade.
The Panthers should have to play in like the XFL for a year for making that trade. Or whoever that GM is, I wouldn't let him run a Dairy Queen. Like, I don't like.
I don't know. Is it the GM or is it that owner?
Yeah, that could be a whole nother episode just on that alone.
Isn't he the one that bought like his old boss's house in the Hamptons and demolished it and built one twice as big or something?
Yep.
Which is hilarious.
Just an ego trip. That's all that it is. Just an ego trip.
So
yeah, I think, I mean, there's a huge question mark there at number 9 for Chicago because they could turn it into some extra assets if they wanted
mhm.
to, or they could go after a nice defensive player.
The only thing that makes me hesitate about defense is their defense was good last year.
Wasn't bad. It
So,
wasn't bad. Yeah.
you know.
So, but I mean, what happens if one of these O linemen drop?
Yeah.
You could turn. I mean, you could turn Fashanu into a guard, one of the best guards in the league if you
Or
wanted
they
to.
put him at left tackle.
Or they throw him at left tackle.
I don't think they have a Pro Bowl left tackle. I think their
No. Hence
left
why
tackle
Justin
is
Fields
solid, but
Yeah.
you
That's
know.
why Justin Fields ran for his life in
Yeah,
his 2 years.
he got a
raw
the short end of the stick.
He got a raw deal on that one. And Pittsburgh already came out and said that they're not accepting his 5th-year option.
Yeah.
So he'll be a free agent next year.
All right. Then
Jets.
we got the Jets. I have Malik Neighbors.
Hey, we got
LSU.
another one in common.
Do we really?
There we go. There we go.
I think,
Another weapon for A-Rod.
Yep, gives him another weapon, and I think the Jets, could be dangerous.
I think if A-Rod's healthy, a healthy A-Rod is dangerous.
Yeah,
he's dangerous no matter what, and he almost came back.
Yeah,
he almost came back.
Trip
yes.
this offseason.
I really want to see Rob, because their head coach is Robert Saleh. Is that how you say it?
Salah,
yeah.
Salah.
However you say it. I really want to see him get his glory a little bit because he brings it. I feel like he's like almost another Dan Campbell.
You're just sold on him from Hard Knocks, aren't you?
A little bit. A little bit. I love Hard Knocks.
No, I think
Hard Knocks that's one of the greatest shows out there.
Yeah.
The
in-season one, I'm not that into.
I haven't. No, I think I watched half an episode.
I don't think I've really watched it either.
No, I don't think you. Well, first off, you start with the Cardinals, and I'm not interested.
I think Hard Knocks is like that's when football is starting.
Yes.
And that's like you're so desperate
to
watch anything football related at that time.
Yep. That you will just watch guys practice.
Yeah.
You look forward to Sunday night and watching guys practice.
Shout out to the Ravens Hard Knocks from like 2000.
Oh, the OG.
Like that was
the OG with Shannon Sharp and Tony Goose.
Oh man,
the Goose,
and then the Shannon Sharp impression.
Oh yeah,
that was
when he had the hat pulled down and stuck to the no more.
I want my restitution.
That's what my restitution. That was amazing.
Oh man,
that was absolutely amazing.
That was great.
I could go back and watch it. I might go back and watch that again.
They do their, or I don't know if they still do, but they did their training camp at McDaniel. Out in like Westminster?
Yeah, they used to. No, I think they just do it at the Owings Mills facility.
Well, they used to.
Oh, used to. Yes, used to.
And that's where, when I was in high school, that's where we did like our camp in the summer. Mm-hmm. And it was always right before Ravens training camp. So they would be arriving as we were done.
You also got to remember the Ravens were only 5 years old. 5-year-old organization in 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
So they hadn't really gotten the income to really build a facility like they have now.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's state of the art. I mean, people love coming here. It's crazy how free agents, like when they come here, they're like, we love it.
They've done it right.
First class organization.
Yep. That's what one day the old commies, aspire to be. They were back in the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
everyone has their golden years. Trust me, we hear it from Pittsburgh every year.
But I do think like training camp being on a college campus is pretty cool though.
That is pretty cool. Yeah. Oh yeah. Because you get to, I mean, as the college team that's probably there, you probably have a couple of practices and stuff.
And
like that.
the weight room is gonna be
top. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Gonna be jamming.
I know Frostburg used to have the Redskins training camp there.
Oh really?
In like the 90s and the 2000s, I think.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
So speaking of that, there's a good chance that my alma mater, Salisbury, could see some Commanders coming up and working out.
You're probably right.
Head coach, graduate there. It's his alma mater. So sorry for you. Don't be up. Don't be mad.
It's all right.
Don't be mad.
So
you guys will be good defensively. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
So he brings the defense.
Yep. So hopefully, I'm excited. I think the draft is always fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely.
That's probably my football nerd talking, but as you're just watching, people's
lives change.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
these kids' lives change. I mean, and it's
It's crazy what a production it's turned into.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
it's on ABC
Mm-hmm.
and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not,
Yeah.
I remember
Christmas in April.
I remember growing up, like wasn't it only on the weekend? It was like Saturday and Sundays or something, and it was on like all day.
Couldn't even remember,
But
to be honest.
but yeah, not that I would sit there and watch it all day. But like, you come back in and you're like, oh, who did we pick?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Now it's a whole production.
So very cool. I think a lot of exciting, stuff coming.
Well, just to quickly drop on my Ravens at pick number 30.
Well, yeah. What are we doing?
Trading it down, like we do every year, almost.
Yeah,
We're gonna we're gonna stay up until 11:30 tonight. Get to pick 28 or 29, and then just see the ticker across the screen. Ravens trade back the second round.
Well, hopefully they get a couple of them.
I mean, unless they make the jump up to grab one of those cornerbacks in the early teens.
Mm-hmm.
But the Ravens don't like giving up draft stock.
Yeah,
they really don't, because they're pretty good at drafting deep. And we don't hit too often in the first round. Unfortunately, we're not the biggest first round heroes. So at least top 10 anyway.
Lamar hit.
Yeah, Lamar was pick number 31.
Yeah,
he was the last pick in the first round. So.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, guess who got taken before him?
Mahomes. No.
I'm saying, guess who the Ravens took before him in the same draft?
One of those receivers.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly. That's the point. Hayden Hurst. Yeah.
All right. What isn't he on the Falcons or something like that?
Sure.
I don't know.
Probably. 25-year-old tight end being drafted in the first round.
Hey,
that's a long shot.
Yeah.
Panned out for a year and a half when we traded him.
Yeah. Yeah. He was solid. Not,
Probably 25-year-old tight end with knee problems you took in the teens.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
That was a struggle bus. And like, it was funny because every Ravens fan was so angry. And then all of a sudden, like at the witching hour, which I love, Red Zone, probably one of the greatest production shows on TV. At the witching hour, Ravens trade up with the Eagles to grab Lamar with the last pick. And then been history from there.
There you go.
Nothing but number one seeds and falling out of the AFC Championship multiple times and a couple MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going all in again.
Yeah.
Signed Derrick Henry. Kept as many guys as they could. And let's...
Future is bright.
It is with Lamar. Yeah, I agree. And hopefully, and I had this conversation with my father, I hope that he does the Patrick Mahomes route where every couple of years you see him rework the contract.
Mm-hmm.
Just pay the money out in the bonus.
And
bring the salary cap down.
Why wouldn't you do that? I mean, you get all your cash at once. And
I don't know.
Makes sense to me.
You never know now. Well, his mom is his agent.
I'm speechless.
We'll see.
But so coming next week, we'll do a recap of our. We'll see whose mock draft turned out better,
was most accurate.
And next round of golf will be on the person that loses.
I'm good with that.
Fair deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
So I like that. Anything else that is coming up this weekend?
Forgot to mention. Oh, Scottie won another tournament.
Yep. Nothing to mention there.
Like I was talking to you right before, I was like, one of the interviewers asked him, they were like, does it get boring hitting a shot and it going exactly where you want it to go every single time?
That's got to be fun.
And Scottie looked at him and goes, like, he was kind of like taken back by the question. And he goes, there's nothing more exhilarating in life than hitting a almost perfect golf shot and putting it either in the hole or right next to the hole. And then he just stopped talking. And he was like, next question. Like,
all right, I've got
you know,
nothing else.
the guys won $15 million in 6 tournaments this year. Yeah, I think he enjoys it.
I think he's doing all right.
I think he's doing all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
The other thing, I know you're not a big NASCAR guy, but I saw Michael Jordan's team won. Tyler Reddick won.
Michael Jordan's in NASCAR?
Yeah, he's an owner with
Of course he is.
with Denny Hamlin. They own, I think it's called 2311 Racing, maybe.
Nice. Of course, he's got 23 in it.
Yeah, the car had it was sponsored by Jordan.
Nice.
Looked pretty cool.
There you go.
He won, and Jordan was at the race, and
Do you watch
cool.
those whole race? Do you watch the whole thing?
I mean, at those, like, really the end of it is the best part to watch.
I'd have to assume so.
Last, like 10, 20 laps.
Sure.
So, but yeah, dude, my dad was a big NASCAR fan, so
okay.
I grew up on it. So I'm a closeted NASCAR fan.
Yes.
Not closeted, but I'm a NASCAR
Listen,
fan.
you're not coming out of the closet on this show. Sorry, you got to pick a different.
There is no closet in here. But yeah. So anything else? What else we got going on this weekend? Anything? NBA, NHL.
Next.
Caps are down 0-2. Big game tomorrow night.
They're gonna get swept.
Hope not.
They're gonna get swept.
It was a miracle they made it in.
True.
True.
Showed heart at least.
I think they might steal one. Tomorrow night, playing at home. But what do I know? Orioles are still hot.
Still hot. Gunner's
like,
still hot. Somebody made a post. They said you have an MVP, a possible Rookie of the Year, which Jackson Holiday's still not doing too well. Colton Cowser, yeah, he's good. Lord,
I think I did put that in.
When he did you really? Yeah. What a hell of a bet that had to be.
I think it was like plus 500, plus 800.
You could probably still put it in now. It's still probably plus 400.
Yeah. He's hot.
Oh yeah. The only other rookie,
Cal Ripken. I know where you're going with that. Sorry to steal your thunder.
Who?
I thought you're going to go Jackson Holiday's first 50 plate.
Oh no! Yeah, I saw that stat. So did Ken Griffey Jr. and Hank Aaron and yeah.
All right, never mind.
Yeah,
continue.
You know, many other shitty baseball players did that too. Yeah, you still don't know where he could go there. But what I was going to say was probably the hottest rookie in baseball right now, as far as on field, is Jackson Merrill.
Shout out!
I know him personally. I mean, I grew up playing Can Jam with the kid.
Nice.
He's awesome, dude. Just amazing human and everything like that. And his family's awesome. But I mean, he's on a tear. He's on an absolute tear as a rookie. Awesome. I mean, he got to travel to
Japan.
No, they weren't in Japan. No, it was one of them. It was over there. I forget. I don't know. I was up at.
I think it was Japan.
It wasn't Japan. I promise you, it was Korea. They were in Korea. Want to make a bet?
No.
Come on.
I'm not gonna
Come on, make a bet.
I thought it was Tokyo.
Want to make a bet? Come on.
No.
Come on.
You seem convinced. I'm not taking that bet.
Damn it. Should have put my poker face on. But anyway, like he made the starting roster. He got to travel to Korea and play baseball.
Still not sold on that.
And then you're going to apologize to me in the next episode.
I'm going to look. Oh, never mind. My phone is red.
I will look it up right now. I'm telling you right now. But anyway, to my point, San Diego Padres.
I swear it was Japan because isn't that where Shohei? They might have done both.
South Korea.
Son of a bitch, we're both wrong.
I said Korea.
That's not,
there's two of them. Obviously, no one's going to North Korea. Really?
You don't think
Kim Jong-un
likes baseball?
Really? No, I know he loves baseball. He probably is the only player on his whole team.
Home run every time. Anyway.
I was right. You were wrong. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, for a National League, it's Jackson Merrill's the hottest rookie of the year right now. So Just shout out, local kid.
Yep.
Severna Park. Shout out. Yep.
Nice.
So Jacksons are taking over the league. Jackson Holiday, Jackson Merrill, Jackson Churios from Milwaukee. He's another rookie in the National League who's really, really good.
Nice.
So
are the Brewers National League now?
Brewers, they've been National League.
I think they're American League. You want to go on this too?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Look it up.
You already owe me lunch.
Look it up. Look it up.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Nick's got to be right again.
Next
Milwaukee. The hell you spell Milwaukee?
American League.
Aukee. Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, not the Bucks.
First in National League Central. 0 for 2 today, bud.
They used to be American League, though.
When?
Right? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm telling
I don't know either.
There's something there. But all right, I'm 0 for 2.
Maybe you're thinking NBA, where the Milwaukee Bucks are in the Eastern Conference.
No.
Yeah. Brewers have been in the National League for as long as I've known baseball, which is the mid-90s, mid to late 90s, when I was 5.
Is it the Astros that changed them? Never mind. I'm just going to stop this conversation. Someone switched.
It was.
Okay. So I'm not wrong. There was one.
There was one, but you were in a complete opposite side of the country.
Yeah. That was.
You were so convinced on both of them.
Hey. I still think.
What a day for me. 2-0.
Hey,
until we review.
Take your wins when you can get them.
Yeah, until we review our draft next week, and I'm going to go 0 for 10. So
probably, yeah. Cool. Well, yeah. I think
wrap it up.
Yeah, we got a anything else? What is it? Dad moment of the week?
Yes, always dad moment of the week. You go first.
I'll let you go first this time.
All right, I'm going first. Dad moment of the week. My son tested negative for RSV. He has been feeling good, so that negative test made Big Papa feel a lot better. Even though I feel horrible, but kept him home. We got to have it was just me and him. Tuesday for the most part. Wife was home, but she wasn't feeling good either. So it's been a sick household in the Creighton household the past couple of days. No, but he seems to be getting a little better, which is good. He's just got a little cough now, so I think it's just him kicking it all out of his system at this point, which, of course, can't get an infant to spit out what he's coughing up. No. So just gotta make sure he's still eating, still growing. He's over 14 pounds now. He's almost double his birth weight. So that was pretty cool to see that and just see that, doctor goes, listen, that's nothing you can really do when they're that young. Not much you can do. So he had his first temperature spike. That's my dad moment. Had his first temperature spike, had his first temperature over 100. And I mean, I don't think I've ever been that nervous in my life, just not knowing kind of how to handle that as an infant. So shout out Pediatric Place in Pasadena, called them after hours, got a doctor to call me back within 20 minutes. She goes, listen, his temperature's not that big of a concern just because it's just spiked. It didn't go real high.
It's like 102 or something or over there.
It was 100.7, and just because he had been sick, I was worried that it was going to get worse, and it was getting later at night. So she said, listen, she goes, you don't have to. She goes, if it'll make you feel better, give him a little dose of like 1.25 of infant Tylenol. She goes, if that'll make you feel better. So I did, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it never got above 99 the rest of the night. So shout out, doctor. I couldn't remember your name to save my life, but I appreciate you talking me off a ledge there. So she goes, there's no need to think about emergency rooms or anything. I'm like, you've done this quite a few times.
Yeah, no,
it's new to me.
The first one, it's always.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Next kid, whenever he gets sick, I'll be all right. Wipe his nose. Use sandpaper. He'll stop. Or she'll stop, whatever it ends up being.
Oh, man.
Yep. What about you?
So for me, yesterday, got to go on, Haley had a field trip.
Oh, that's why you weren't online yesterday. Okay, I kept checking. I'm like,
me.
I wanted to message you to try to set this up and everything, and I'm like, it's 1 o'clock. He ain't even logged on yet. And I'm like, I wonder if everything's okay. I
was on early and then came. Came back.
But, okay.
I got to go meet them at their field trip and
nice.
And
where was it to?
It was Clark's Ellie Oak Farm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Which is right there by like Centennial.
Nice.
So
Nice.
very close.
Very. I was gonna say.
So
Yep. There you
got
go.
to meet them there, and seeing how excited she was, and
Sure.
and all of the kids like super excited on
Oh, yeah.
on the field trip and everything. So much
Yep.
energy. So much energy. And
not enough Celsius in the world for that one, is
no, not at all. And but it was awesome. Got to do that, then come back, and good day.
Nice.
Good day.
Nice. I forgot to throw in Doc's first trip to the zoo.
How's that?
That was actually last Wednesday. Of course, I mean,
you said he slept through most.
3
of it,
months
right?
old. He slept for most of the day.
Great family outing.
My mom got to come, so that was cool. My mom got to take the first trip, to the zoo. Baltimore Zoo. You been there before?
Yes.
Yeah,
not in a long time.
I was gonna say, okay, all right. So hold on, that was my next question. Driving there, no, you don't think you're going to a zoo. Once you get in there, it's like a whole nother world.
Yeah,
like they've completely renovated it.
Oh, really?
It is very, very nice.
Wow.
Very, very nice. I tip my cap to the Baltimore, Maryland Zoo. I don't know, and it was funny as we were leaving. I was talking to my father because he used to work in that really bad area back when I was really young. And he's like, is it still the same dumpster that it used to be? I'm like, no. I said, it is. I said, it's an amazing zoo. They had good food. They had like the people working there. They were mostly volunteers, like older folks and stuff like that who just come and volunteer. And everybody was so friendly and so nice and so cheerful. Like you wouldn't think inner city Baltimore, that's the type of service that you're going to get. And just being from Baltimore, I know. However, you start out in a bad mood each day. It's okay. It just gets progressively worse. So, but like when we were in there, I mean, it was nice. Like they were putting in a new parking lot. So my father was like, he goes, I wonder if that's privately owned now. I said, it's got to be, because there's no way Baltimore City is running this damn zoo. There's no way. There's no way.
You're probably right.
Yeah, no way.
You're probably right.
No way. If so, that's where all the casino money's going, because it ain't going to the schools. The casino money's going to the Baltimore Zoo.
So
that thing had nicer parking lots than out here in Howard County.
There you go.
Yeah.
I haven't been since I went on a field trip when I was still in
when you were younger as a kid yourself. Yeah.
So
no. Like I said, besides needing the bulletproof vest to physically get in there, once you're in there, you're good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, like I said, it was very nice. The only thing that kind of rained on the parade, no pun intended, was that it did rain for the first hour we were there. So we just hung out in the gift shop till the rain went away, and then beautiful day.
There you go.
High of 72. The rain got rid of all the pollen. That's why I sound like this. But yeah, it ended up being a really good day.
Nice.
Yep. So, but that's it.
Cool. Well, let's see how the draft goes tonight.
Yeah.
And then we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. Talk to you guys next week. Let's get us to hopefully we hit 50. Should hit 50 subscribers by next week. So
maybe.
Yep. 100's got to be the next goal.
Yeah.
Right? We'll do a little shot when we hit 100. How about that?
Sounds good.
A little drink. I like it.
A little drinky poo.
Till next time, everybody.
All right. Cool.